Hamza, as an overseas Pakistani born and raised in Pakistan, decides to take a trip to his homeland after 5 years. Hamza has a craze of fast food, and his most vivid memory from Pakistan is eating McDonald's. As we know, McDonald's is not halal in many countries. For this reason, Hamza has decided to try McDonald's once again. His favorite burger is the Big Mac. In 2018, the Big Mac costed 499 rupees, and today it costs 1060 rupees. For this reason, we feel very sad for Hamza, as we guess he'll have to eat. Now, as the jokes are done, let's seriously see that who is to blame for today's sky-high inflation rates or mehengai by analyzing the past four governments of Pakistan.
Now we will discuss the performance of the PMLQ government which lasted from 2004 to 2007. PMLQ implemented favorable economic policies that led to an average GDP growth rate of about 7%, thus attracting foreign investment. For the education sector reforms, they increased the budgetary allocation, thus causing literacy rate to rise up from 49 to 54%, along with government expenditure rising on education from 11.2 to 15.4. The unemployment rate went from 7.4 to 0.4, but whereas when we see the inflation, it remained mostly the same. PMLQ actively sought out foreign direct investment, thus increasing the inflow of foreign direct investment in various sectors. They took steps to improve the security situation of the country, thus decreasing the cases of terrorism and restoring a sense of security in the country. In conclusion, the era of this government was marked by political instability, media suppression, human rights concerns, a rise in extremism, and an increase in terrorist incidents such as the Lal Masjid incident.
During the 5 year span of PPP government, Pakistan economy continued to face challenges like power crisis, unprecedented floods, low tax to GDP ratio, and poor law and order situation. Thereby, the economy of Pakistan during the last 5 years grew on an average rate of 2.9% per annum. So, the unreliable performance of government could be considered as a total investment has declined from 18.7% of GDP in 2006 to 14.2% of GDP in 2013. In the span of first 3 years, inflation was a nightmare for the government, but in the ending period 2013, government has gained control over inflation and it was dropped down to 5.8% in April 2013 as compared to 11.3% from the last year. Coming to the exchange rate, the exchange rate of Pak rupee keep on depreciating during the 5 year span with an average depreciation of 4%. While the literacy rate for the population remained 58% during the year 2011-12. Apart from that, we saw a negative trend in the spend on education in 5 years, and the main reason for that was the complexities in government affairs and policy making due to external factors. Last but not least, coming to the main thing, when the PPP government came, military share was cut down from 18% to 16% of GDP, and same trend was decided to be implemented considering the country's economic situation. However, due to unjustifiable involvement of military in parliament affairs, the government failed on its plan, and consequently the government keeps spending a huge chunk of GDP on military under the concerns of defense.
For PMLN's tenure, they prioritized a lot of development projects such as CPEC, motorways, and the local Orange Line train in Lahore. This brought a lot of new routes for trade and also economic development. The GDP per capita saw an increase from 4.3% to 6.1%. The expenditure on education saw a small bump, and the inflation rates went down from 6.9% to 3.8%. PMLN faced a lot of challenges in their tenure, such as the sit-in protest by Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf. This brought a lot of instability and loss of investors.
To tell you about PTI government when they were in charge. So first of all, Imran Khan became Prime Minister of Pakistan from 2018 till 2021, according to report that we have prepared. So first of all, growth rate from 2018 till 2021, growth rate was same. If we talk about unemployment rate, it increased from 4.8 to 6.34, and if we talk about annual inflation rate, it also increased from 3.8 till 10.21. Many more things happened in the era of Imran Khan, like anti-corruption drive that was made to check the high-profile people, and after that, billion tree tsunami was also made in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, where many trees are planted. After that, social welfare programs, which include SARS program and many more programs, which were for helping the poor people and other peoples. And if we talk about the negativity that was created in the era of Imran Khan, they were like economic challenges which Imran Khan faced. Moving on, political opposition and instability, and human rights. So that's all from my side. I hope you like it.
And finally, at last, let's see what Moiz thinks about our analysis and give his thoughts and verdict that who is to blame for the quote unquote default situation of Pakistan.
Since we have gone through the details of all these political parties which had governed the state in the last couple of years, we have an idea of their performances and the efforts they have made to put an end to the precarious economical crisis of the country. We can notice in every era how internal politics had been torn apart by the unwanted involvement of dominions, those who were not even accountable for what they have been doing all these years. Respectfully and resentfully, all these governments in the past have failed to gain economic stability and have caused massive inflation, presumably hyperinflation.